Good morning. How's everybody today? I'm here today to share with you my project that I've been working on. You might have seen my little short that I put up a couple of days ago. And this is what I was working on. And I'm sure that a lot of you are familiar with Mary Engelbreit. And that was my inspiration for this book. I just love Mary. I love what she stands for. I love all of her little quotes and her photos, her coloring, her images. I just love everything about her. So I was out shopping one day and came across this gorgeous fabric that just screamed Mary Engelbreit. It says Cup of Kindness, and it has these little tea kettles, and I thought, I'm going to make a book. I had collected a couple of her books for a couple of years. I mean, I've had them for a while, and I knew that I loved and I wanted to do something, to incorporate. So when I found this fabric, okay, that was my inspiration right there. So that's what I did. So this is my finished product, and it has been difficult. It has been frustrating, but I am very pleased with the way that it's turned out. So I'm here to share it with you. And this will be for sale. If you know someone who loves Mary Engelbreit as much as I do, you can let me know if you're interested, or you know someone that would love this as a gift. This would be a great gift for somebody who loves her. So I'm just going to share it with you. So I did purchase a little cherry kit. I needed a couple of digitals, so I did purchase a little cherry kit to go along with this. And I also purchased just some ephemera, some fussy cut ephemera that are little tea kettles and teacups, and you'll see them inside here. So this is some of the little kit that I purchased. Here I've made a little dangle and just put a little flower. This was a little mason jar that was so cute, and I backed it with a little polka dot. Here we had some little circle cutouts with some cherries. So I've just made a little dangle. And whoever gets this book, you can use this any way that you would like. I just put it at the top. And I've just put a little bow up here with some bling. And I've just tied it together with some ribbon that I had. And because actually it didn't need a closure because it's so heavy. You see it stays closed. Even though it's a chunky monkey, it stays closed. So, but I wanted to incorporate a little bow anyway. So I have attached it under here, under the spine, so it won't get lost. But y'all, this fabric is just so cute. I had a fit over it. It's Cup of Kindness. Excuse me. And it has all these little tea kettles, and they're so precious. I realize that these colors are very bright and not for everybody, but that's what I love about it, and that's what I love about Mary Engelbreit. All of her coloring, her her little photos, they're just so sweet, and they're very cheerful, and that's what I love about it. So anyway, we're gonna go inside, and on the first two pages here, it's very bright. This little image here in the middle actually came out of one of her books, and then I have put it on a background of some paper I had in my stash. Over here I have some vintage lace I've used for a pocket. This fabric here, I thought it went perfect when I saw Debbie's sale. Thank you, Debbie. Hello, Debbie Ham. I purchased this from Debbie Ham when she had a sale, and I saw it and I knew the colors would be perfect, and the image, everything. I thought it would be so cute with this, so that's what I did. Thank you, Debbie. I have made a little pull-out journal, and this is a envelope. I'm sorry. This is an envelope that I purchased from the cherry kit, that was in the cherry kit, and this is part of the little fussy cut digitals that I bought with the cups, teacups, and the kettles. So I've just put a little bow here, put the cup on the front, made a little tuck so it stays closed, and I'm going to show you what's on the inside. Move this out of the way. So inside here is one of the little tea kettles. I've just left that as a fussy cut. I inked the back a little bit. You can journal on this, or you can attach it to something. Whoever gets this book, you can use it any way you would like. I've made a couple of little journal cards here. This precious image here was actually from one of Mary's books. I love it. It has the little cherries and the cupcake. I just think that is so cute. You can journal on the little cards. Of course, we've got a cherry that was in one of her books. Another journal card. And then here, a tag. And this was one of the tea kettles that was on the fussy cuts that I purchased. And I've just backed it on some paper that I had in my stash. Some little flowers, and you can write on the back. So that's some little goodies just tucked inside this little envelope. I think this envelope is so cute. I love the little polka dot and the ruffle around the closure. So cute. It just tucks in like that. And that pop of color on top of the cherries is so cute. It just goes perfect. So that's that one. Here I've made a journal. And this is made out of 2 red envelopes that I have hooked together. I just hooked them together. And like I said, this was in my stash. This is one of Mary's little images. Here I've taken some little trim. Just it all matches together. On the inside, this was in the cherry kit that I purchased. I love the little teacup full of cherries. So cute. This is some of the lined paper. And as you can see in the background, it has a little cherry tree. You can barely see. This is for journaling. And then on the back, I had some extra paper, so I put it on the back of the envelope. I've cut this open back here and made a pocket. And then I made this. I put this little circle there just because it shows through back there. And here I've just made one of those little, I've attached some little papers. This was from her original, one of her books. And some more trim. And this, you know, what do you call it? What do you call these little things? I never can think of what you call these. But anyways, I've attached them with a brad. And, you know, you can just twirl them. You can take it apart. I've left it where you can just take it apart. You can journal on the back of all of these. So I've inked them up a little bit for you. Just something cute just to tuck in the pocket here. So that's that. Lots of little journaling spots. Okay, and then this is, I think this fabric here I got from Amy. I think Amy Love gave me this. Thank you, Amy. I think she sent me that in my birthday package, if I'm not mistaken. This is vintage ribbon that I had in my stash for a long time, and it's really, it's kind of stiff. So I don't know how old it is, but it's pretty old, but I love it. The colors, let me show you all this. The colors in that ribbon are perfect for this book. So don't get rid of things that, if you have an instinct that says, hey, I can use that one day, hang on to it, because you will find a purpose. I do that. I quite often do that. And you know what? I always find a purpose one day. It may be years down the road, but you know what? So far, I've had good luck with that. This was taken off of, I want to say this was taken off of a blouse that I purchased a long time ago at a thrift store. I loved the rose applique. My mind is going blank, y'all. Forgive me, it's early. So this was an applique. I just cut it in pieces and formed it around the image here. So cute. This next page. I would like to say, I hope I don't get this confused. I know that I purchased this ribbon from Pearl's sale. Hello, Pearl. And I want to say maybe I got this one from Pearl. It was either maybe Pearl or Debbie Ham. It was one of y'all's sales, and I thank you because, as you see, this was the purpose. I had a purpose for them, and bright colors and all, I knew it would be perfect, and it was. Now this ribbon, this was a single ribbon, and I have just doubled it up here, glued the center together, and made a pocket. So the colors were perfect, like I said. This is just an applique that I had in my stash, and I blinged it up. This, again, was Mary's, one of her images in her book. And I've just backed it with some card I had on hand. This is vintage trim that I had in my stash, and some little ribbons. Vintage trim, and added some bling. Over here, this is part of a trim I had, and just had this little piece. I only had this little tiny piece of ribbon, red with the black polka dots. There again, I've been hanging on to it. I put it in here. Okay, and in this pocket, another little envelope. This fabric here was part of a blouse. That was part of the eyelet theme I had going on, so I incorporated part of that. This over here, again, I believe it might have been part of a little girl's dress that was eyelet, that it went with the theme. So there was, perfect reason to use it. This is part of the cherry kit. So cute. And back here, this is part of the little teacup digitals that I purchased, the fussy cuts. Love the little birdie, love the roses. So I've made a closure out of that. And then inside here, I have tucked more little goodies. Here I've made just another little flip out. Is that what you call that? A flip, or I don't know what you call them. But anyway, they're cute. You can use them any way you want. You can take it apart. You can, make little individual tags. You can do, whatever you would like with these. They're just put together with a brad. Just super cute. I have incorporated a lot of the little fussy cut teacups. Another one of the little circles. You can use that any way you like. Love this green teacup. It is beautiful. Love the little baby roses. So sweet. And then here, another one. And another one. This one is full of little, I'm not sure what the name of those flowers are, but they are so pretty, and the colors are perfect. The little touches of blue and yellow you will see throughout the book. I love matching. And usually I'm a good visual about matching colors. I get it from my mom. My mom was always like that, and I'm thankful that I got a little bit of that from her. I can be in a thrift store or somewhere shopping, and I can spot something across the room, and I will automatically know, hey, that will go with my whatever I'm working on. So I have that gift, so I'm thankful for that. And when I spot something, like I spotted these ribbons, I knew that it would be perfect to go with this, and I think it turned out so cute. Okay, the next page. Now, this is just some of her images. It says, do good, avoid evil. This is part of the little vintage trim. I cut it just extremely small. I just wanted it thin. It's really cute the way it curled up. I love the little curly. Just added a little flower. This was part of a trim that I took apart, and I just used part of it. This is a vintage red ruffle trim here. Trim I had in my stash. Trim I had in my stash. Another piece of that pretty fabric, I believe, was from Amy. This one might have been a blouse, or either, and I may be getting it confused. This one may be from Amy, and this one might have been a blouse. I can't remember, y'all, but anyway, thank you, Amy. I'm using the fabric you sent me. I loved it. This little image says, a good word is like a good tree, whose root is firmly fixed and whose top is in the sky. I think that is so sweet. The colors are so perfect. This is the center of the book, and yes, it's very, very bright, and I love it. It's super cute. So I made a couple of these little teacups, and I made them into little pockets. These are some little flowers I had in a blouse, and I thought they kind of looked like cherries, so I cut those out. I'm not sure if you can see, they do have little sequins. They're kind of sparkly, not a lot, just a little bit. Super cute. I thought they looked like cherries. Here I've just added a little bow. I've trimmed this out with some vintage trim. I have this fabric in my stash. I'm sure y'all have seen before. I just put this little, I had just a little piece of this. I forget where it's from. Probably cut off a blouse or something. So super cute to top that off. And they're just alike, and you can journal on them. Here I've just trimmed it out, put some bling. I've just layered up some little flowers here and some more of that trim to make the spine, just to kind of separate the pages there. And the next page, I had, this is trim I had in my stash. This is the image that I fell in love with. Life is just a bowl of, life is just a chair of bowlies. See, I always get it, I try to say it the right way, but she reverses it, and it is so cute. So, life is just a chair of bowlies. That is so cute. I love it. So, here I've just put this little piece in the corner, added some bling, and just, I thought this was really cute on top of the eyelet. And this is my other favorite image, which was the purpose of the book. Match the fabric. This is the theme coming all together. This image is so cute. This was the inspiration for the cherries. So as you see, I had a theme going here. So I love this image. I showed you the tiny image on the card I made. I just trimmed it out. I backed this. This was a fussy cut out of her book, and I've backed it onto the polka dot, which I love. Trimmed it out. So cute. Just cute to look at. And here is more pocket that I made out of the ribbon. I have pieced together and made my own applique. This was part of a black, I hope I'm in camera. This was part of a black trim I had, and this was part of a black trim I had. But I put them together. I just fussy cut this little flower and put the leaves on there because I wanted it to kind of dangle. Added the bling. And then I had this bling trim. This is vintage. And I just thought the colors went together. Made another little tag. This is her from her original book. The torch of love is lit in the kitchen. Isn't that so cute? I love it. And this one I backed with some of the polka dot paper with the roses and put another little fussy cut of the bird and the cup with the roses. You can still journal on top of this. It's pale enough where you could write on that, no problem. And just added a little bow to bring that blue. And then this one, give us this day our daily bread. How sweet is that? She's got her little teacup. She's pouring some tea. So cute. This again is some vintage trim I had. And then I've just made a bow, put some flowers. So cute. I love these bright colors. And the last page, this is the other piece that was like the little cherries I made on the teacups. This is a bigger piece of the fabric that come off of a blouse. It does have little sparkles. Not rhinestones, sequins. I don't know why I get those confused all the time. Anyway, you can see the little sparkle in it. I added a pearl. Had these in my stash. They have little pearls in the center. Nothing is worth more than this day. Love that. I love the little teacup. Love the birdie. So cute. And here in the back pocket, it's the same. This is more of the little vintage seed bag that I got from Debbie. Same pocket. I've made a little shaker. I could not resist. Y'all know my last project, I made the very first shaker I ever made. I had a fit over it. So, yeah, you may be seeing more shakers from me. When I saw these little mason jars, I knew I had to make a little shaker from it. It is just too cute. And this little trim, it's perfect because it does have a little stretch. So it went around these corners so well. I did put some sparkle tulle to hold it in there. I had these little beads in my stash, these little colored beads. Plus I had some little sequins, iridescent sequins. So I thought that made the cutest little shaker. because it's got all the colors of the book. Is that not cute? Loved it. Loved the little cherries. I'm going to make a separate book that's just cherries. I just loved it. So that's your little shaker. This is Mary's image that she did of herself. I'm assuming she did this image of herself, and her little dog is so sweet. So I had to incorporate it. And she has her little ME initials on a lot of her photos in her book. So I think that is so cute. And I put you some paper for journaling on the back. Just put a little bow. And here I've just made this paper is in the Cherry Digital that I purchased. This is some background paper. And then this is some that I had in my stash, and I've just layered together. Put the little tea kettle and peaceful. And here a little piece of eyelet to make a little ribbon. And then I've backed it with more polka dot. Sorry for the glue strands. You can journal on that. So that's what's in the back pocket. So even though it was frustrating, and when I say this book was frustrating, I mean, if you've not ever worked with black fabric and black lace, the black is very difficult to work with when you hot glue. So it was very tedious work. It did take me a little longer than normal. You know, you can tell in little spots where it was hot glue. I'm going to go back over with my heat gun and try to get some more out. But if you've not ever experienced hot glue and black lace, especially fine black lace like this vintage, it is not an easy task. Let me just tell you. Some of the appliques also, if they're black and they're small, it's just difficult working with black. Although I'm very pleased with the way it came out. Like I said, you know, spots, you know, were kind of giving me fits, but overall, I'm very pleased with it, and I hope that you guys liked it. I hope you liked looking at it, and if you know anybody that loves Mary and her little images, and if you know someone that might be interested, just you can contact me on my email, tina@theparkerbunch.com, and if I don't hear from anyone, this will probably go in my Etsy, and I can sell it cheaper if it's, you know, if you go through my email, just go through me instead of the Etsy. You know, it's always cheaper. So just keep that in mind, and I hope everybody has a great weekend. And my hubby is taking me to the mountains, my favorite place on earth, for a little getaway this weekend, and I am super excited. So I will see you guys next week, hopefully, with another video. So take care.